So, how was I? I was talking about. I just remember having a bunch of people praying over me, and there was a whole emphasis on something Native American. And I I just remember getting prayed over big time, and then all of a sudden, after that, I had a war that I can't even describe to you what happened after that. For like 3 days, wrestling with something. I'll never forget, when I was in prayer that one day it was that one morning, I think it was like Friday or Saturday morning, it was a warfare like you wouldn't believe it. And it was like, if you're familiar with the scripture, it talks about, when the demons fled and went into the hogs. That's kind of what happened to me. Because here I am sitting on this cliff overlooking a lake, and just, it was like, I've never experienced a spirit like that in all my days, And I'll never forget some of the words that God spoke to me at that time. Were like, don't you remember that my blood was shed for you? He wants you to, he doesn't want to remember that, what I did at the cross. He doesn't want to remember everything that I did. He wants to forget about that. He wants you to forget about that. And it was like God, through His Spirit, reminding me of that very thing. I think a lot of times we go through life and we forget about, that whatever we're going through in life, it's already been defeated. We've already won. I like what a friend of mine posted a while ago, talking about the coronavirus and how he is the king of kings of all viruses. And there's a lot to be said in that, But just because of that doesn't mean you gotta walk in fear. You can walk in victory over whatever has bound you up. And that's a great place to be. I'll never forget that time. I had a notebook. I probably still have it somewhere with the notes on it, but it was like, it was like he had given me a word. And it was like, wow, it's the Spirit that broke free, that broke everything that the enemy was trying to put in my life. So, that's really what all there is to it, So, I think sometimes we go through life and we forget about everything that's going on, get dialed into the matrix in this world. We get dialed into everything that's going on. And you got to get to a point where you're just like, man, I'm all in. God, what do you want me to do? So, I always try to put content on here that's encouraging. That's important in this hour. So, peace out.